In today's video, I'm sharing 9 ways that you can build remote income and earn remotely while living abroad. Some of these you can even start before you move. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, I'm in New York City. There's no script. I'm just talking from the depth of my soul because I want to acknowledge all the people right now who are struggling with work. Usually these are women who've reached out to me between the ages of 40 and 60. And I think they come to me because I have done it before. Years ago, I left my corporate job I had been in for 7 years as a lawyer and reinvented myself. I went abroad to do it, but I also came back and forth for a while before I made the move. But I remembered that I didn't have the whole thing played out and planned or strategized before I made the leap. In fact, I had no idea how it would even turn out. What kept me going was that I just knew that I could not stay where I was anymore because it wasn't just about the job. It was the kind of life that I wanted for myself. I wanted that more than anything. So I went out there and I started very small. And I've talked about this in previous videos that you can check out, about how I became a travel journalist. I started out as a travel blogger, then a travel writer, then more of a journalist that did more sort of reported investigative pieces on tourism. All of that didn't happen overnight. Sunday night used to depress me so much. Every Monday, like clockwork, you had to present a bunch of ideas for stories when I was in a house. There's no room for creativity. That used to be my absolute hate. I mean, think about it. Life is way too short to be dreading Sunday nights. Like, what? Now I have a smile on my face on Sunday nights. It's not to say that I've figured it all out, but I have started rebuilding my business. I've gotten a few clients already, and it's proven to me that it is possible. Now, I want to be clear because there are a lot of coaches out there and a lot of advice about go from 0 to 1 million. But I think that very often they don't tell you what you have to go through to get the thing that you want. And the thing that you want doesn't have to be worth $1 million. You don't need to make $1 million to be truly happy with the work that you do or the life that you live. I have no regrets of going from lawyer making 6 figures to a travel journalist who started out making, I don't know, maybe 25K and then worked my way up, right? To higher to like 85, 90K. Now let's dive into some of the options you have for remote income. Being a virtual assistant is one of the easiest ways to start earning remotely. You're helping with things like emails, calendars, or research. It's admin work that small business owners never have time for. You don't need fancy skills, just organization, reliability, and knowing how to use some of the popular online platforms. I recommend you email 100 people that you know and offer this as a service and see who bites. Even if it's just a few hours to start with, you can get testimonials and move on from there. If you have experience with customer service, or maybe even if you're new to it, you just answer emails, take on live chats, or phone calls for companies that need extra support. A lot of these jobs are being offered remotely. The training is usually pretty straightforward and it's steady if boring work, but you can do it from anywhere. You just have to make sure that the company that hired you allows you to work from overseas. And if you're going to work for a call center in the destination that you're in, make sure that you are authorized to work. All of us have a genius zone, something that we do better than anyone, something that we know about more than anyone. It doesn't have to be based on your school degrees or university degrees. It could be something that you learned on the job, something that you're doing right now for your employer. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be anything formal. It could be something informal, creative, but you do it so well and people know you for it. How can you take that and turn it into one thing, one service, so one product that you can offer and do your best in offering it? This is how most entrepreneurs start out. And there's so many tools available to you that were not available when I started. So figure that out. Really take the time to look inwards and make a list so that you can identify the one thing that is your genius zone. And then what can you create off of it that you can sell, even for a small number to start with. If you are skilled at social media, this would be perfect for you. If you enjoy creating posts, connecting with people online, most small businesses don't have time to post consistently, don't know how to do it. Heck, I would love to hire a social media person to handle my posts. Hopefully, I can do that very soon. Another option if you need side income is YouTube. I started YouTube a year ago. I committed to it. I decided not to do anything else. I focused and I produced 100 videos to see if it would work. And within 6 weeks, I was monetized. There are many, many people on YouTube right now who are between the ages of 40 and 60 who have done it. It is, again, legwork in the beginning. There is work to do. Just uploading, editing, but it doesn't have to be fancy. You don't need fancy equipment. You can just use your phone and you can just speak from your heart and speak about a topic that other people need advice on that you are good at. Again, remember the Genius Zone? Same thing, but with YouTube. Some people make, up to $2,000 a month or more because then it leads to other clients. So can you sacrifice a year of weekends? Because I was working full time, so I couldn't do it, during the daytime, during the week, but I was doing it in the evenings and I was doing it on the weekends. And I sacrificed a lot of my free time for it. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. And a year is going to go by anyway. If you enjoy teaching, definitely tutoring is an option. You can teach English or another subject that you know well. You can do it on your own. Or there are platforms that people use called VipKit. Now, I haven't tried this myself, but from what I understand, you set your own hours and you can work from anywhere in the world as long as you are fluent in English. There's an interview process and all of that you can check online. If you are a writer, you can sell articles. And if you're a travel writer, or you want to do travel writing, it's absolutely possible. You can learn it. It's a skill. All you have to do is learn how to write in a way that travel writers do and how to pitch editors so that they take your articles. If you want to know more about that, please leave me a comment and I will do a detailed video on that and share all my tips. You can even, in the meantime, Google how to pitch a travel story to an editor. And you'll see it'll populate and come up all over the internet. There's tons of advice out there. But if you want me to do it, that's fine. I can do it. Just let me know in the comments. Each article pays anywhere from $150 all the way to $1,500. I've gotten paid $2,000 per piece. If you're starting out, you can just do listicles, top 10 places to, etc. Top 10 beaches in. It's possible. You can set up your website as a move abroad consultant or destination specialist. This is for people who know the place where they're moving to, or perhaps you're already there, you know it really well, and you can provide real advice for people before they move there. I've seen a lot of folks offering even scouting trips, itineraries, and even homes where people gather and learn about the destination over several days. Of course, you have to make sure you're really genuine about wanting people to move there, but also doing it responsibly and letting them know all of the pros and cons. Something you've always wanted to learn or study because you feel drawn to it, because your instincts tell you that it's for you. I say sign up for it. Sign up for a course, go learn. Learning is always, always a great thing. And then share what you learned. Share what you learned with others. You can make videos off of it to monetize. You can put it on your blog and try to monetize your blog. By the way, that is a slow process, but it is possible. You can create products off of what you learn. Let me tell you, the worst thing in the world is to look back and think, what if I had taken the risk? So you don't need a ton of money. You don't need a ton of followers. You don't need a huge YouTube channel. You don't need anything huge to have and get the lifestyle that you want. My experience is when you really go after what you want, or you start taking the first steps, even if you don't know what the full thing is, the universe will conspire to make it happen. I mean, I'm a believer, I'm spiritual, so I'll say that God always listens. Do not ever give up on your dreams. Do not give up on your ideas. Start, take one step at a time. And if there's any questions I can answer, leave it in the comments. Bye, guys.